Wow! It looked impressive enough from the This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora, it's like a dream come true! Oh, right! It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go...
You've already fulfilled your...
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the info. Stop it.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from...
As one of the... She will get that which she desires. I'm not at the time for discussion and... Either way, we now... The battle.
Battle?
When instead of confronting you direct... When she faces a worthy... But as for me...
We won't let what happened...
Oh, so you... Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your wild... Fighting talk, I love... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Leave it all to me.
Passable effort. How unbecoming. Not bad, not bad. Windblade! Cowering already? So quick to believe. A clear shot. Careful.
First you don't
now.
succeed. But they still need me.
How unbecoming.
Steady as stone.
Cowering already? You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more serious. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Go, Barber, go!
Raging tide! No use hiding back there. Break! This! Gotcha. Break! No use hiding back there! With the wind! My turn! Something else catch your eye? Windblade!
Let the show begin.
Gotcha. you do is run.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Eat this! Got you. Raging tide! My turn. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! That's cheating!
here.
Wind blade!
Leave it all to me.
Nowhere to run!
Let the show begin.
Die here.
Wind blade!
Nowhere to run!
I'll protect us. Go, Barbara, go! Someone needs assistance. I missed a spot.
Dull mortal.
Let the show begin.
Die here.
I must leave no stone un- Let's dance.
Shatter!
Go, Barbara, go! Come on, we can do it! Leave it all to me. I'll protect us.
Die here.
Dull.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great, and now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of— you had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if—
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we— In fact, it might be that the Exuvia—
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers. As such, we must now look to our backup.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's—
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax the G— If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and—
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of— With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was— Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely— But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its head— Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came... Did we make it in time? Is the
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Leela? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts up...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion...
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Lilith!
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista, and as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend... We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Windblade!
Oh, you got it. What? Miscalculated.
Not breaking a sweat! This should be fun!
No one escapes my sight!
No slacking off!
Windblade!
It isn't time for a break yet! My duty.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
I must leave no stone unturned.
No slacking off.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many victories here! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in giant cars. Whoa! It's Madame Ping's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
This should be fun. Chris. Rules are just set. My duty. You're not going anywhere. Cold cut plot. 2. It isn't time for a break yet. My work.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Look at me.
This should be fun. My work. Finished.
The systems.
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
The merrier.
This is it.
Look at me. Just.
With the wind!
Rules are just set. Cooked food. Disgusting. No excuse for slacking.
The merrier. Systems.
Let's move.
Let me amuse myself a little.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting... At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue. 3,000. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him How the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to... I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the Illuminati.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for this. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found, and though the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the gold. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Join the Adventurers Guild.
You call this cooperation between
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring Oh, it seems that some of your friends...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the City of Bards was... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyric goes into an uproar!
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hasten. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter it? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to say.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This, despite the eve. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come to the defense, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left.
Huh? That doesn't sound good.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. Wreaking. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future.
Today's the day of the rite of party. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.